Hey YouTube, let's talk black ink. So in this episode, it is the camping trip in New Jersey that was Caesar's bright idea because he felt like if big companies are doing it, then we should be doing it because I'm trying to be a big company. So we find out that O'Shit's wife is in the Dominican Republic getting a mommy makeover plastic surgery done. But I'm just trying to figure out how she can afford it because she was complaining that she didn't have any money. They didn't have any money. She was using her savings. So why, if you're living on your savings and you don't have a job, would you go get plastic surgery done? Even though it's cheaper there than it is here, is now the right time when you have a son that you should be probably sending money to since you left him with his father. But I think there is more than meets the eye when it comes to this Nikki chick. Also, Duchess decides to send a bus ticket to the woman who claimed that Caesar impregnated her sister and made her get an abortion. And the lady comes down to North Carolina. They meet, and Duchess comes to the conclusion that she may have overreacted because she thinks that the chick is crazy. But it took you all this time to come to this conclusion. How long has it been? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? I mean, you couldn't have a conversation and try to put the pieces together. It took that. So she has a dinner with her family, where her family, who does not like Caesar, I guess the only one that really likes Caesar is her mother. But her father is like, that's not the man for you. Her and her father have a weird relationship to me, at least on camera, the way they shoot it. It's always weird to me. But I think when you have a family that is very close knit, if your family is not in support of your relationship, you'll never be able to be happy. Now, if you're someone that, your family is your family, but you kind of do your own thing, you're not somebody that's constantly up under your family, don't always have to be around them, their opinion, they're not really involved in your life where they're interjecting their opinions and their opinion really matters to you. You kind of are living your own life. Then if they don't like your spouse or your significant other, it's not that big of a deal. But she's very close to her family, and the fact that they do not like him, I'm sure that also weighed in on her decision as well, that it was hard for her to be in that relationship because they never was really feeling him. So let's get to the camping trip. So everyone is there from the shop on 113th, plus Miss Kitty from 125th, the new shop. But Caesar doesn't tell anyone that he called Tiffany, the tattoo artist that fought Miss Kitty, Young Bay, and Sky, and told her that he wants her to work at 125th, and that he also wants her to come on the last day of the team building trip. So first night they get there, they do a team building activity. It's more of a race, a competition. It's not really a team building exercise from the type of stuff that I have seen on other shows, and knowing what people that I know that have done stuff like this for their jobs. They didn't have any type of guide that was guiding them through the exercises. I wish they would have shown some of that stuff where they were going through the different exercises and how they were working through that and working together to do different stuff. But they did have a bonfire that night, and it got a little emotional. I always have a soft spot for Sky because she's just been through so much in her life. I mean, I think she's wild and she's crazy, but to be 14 and 15 and having kids and having a mother that has mental issues and stuff, I mean, who am I to judge? Because I didn't grow up like that. I didn't go through that. So she breaks down and, basically says to them, y'all are my family. I love all of you. And she breaks down crying. And the guys surround her. It was so beautiful. Those three men surrounded her and locked arms around her. And even though her and Teddy used to mess around, they still have that brother-sister relationship. And I think it's just so beautiful. I mean, just goes back to like when her mother was missing and Caesar came and picked her up and drove around with her and was like, they just are really there for her. Like she said, they do not judge her, and they really are there to support her, and they really want her to win. Caesar pulls Teddy aside and was like, I really, see the growth in Sky. I want to give her a promotion. And it was like, the devil must have heard and came down and said, we about to mess this all the way up. So they go to eat, and who shows up but Tiffany? Caesar didn't warn him and say he could at least said, just so y'all know she coming. Now she comes in the door, and this chick says, everybody that had a problem with me, it was just because they was jealous of me because they want to be me. They couldn't do what I was doing. She's talking so much stuff. And Melody was like, hold up, I missed a lot. You done fought with this one, that one, and that one, and you trying to bring her back. And Sky went from Dr. Jekyll to Mr. Hyde. She started laughing crazy. And she was like, I'm going to beat your ass. Didn't the girl? This is what set it off. When she said something about that girl not raising her kids, she went ham. And I was like, if she get over there to her, she gonna kill her. So the girl runs up out of there, and she told Caesar, I ain't coming back. This is exactly what I was talking about, because she had said that Sky never tried to attack her in front of Caesar. So she felt like if she came and Caesar was there, she was going to be cool. No, ma'am. So Caesar was like, oh, that's it. This shop is crazy. This is exactly like the same stuff that was going on. Basically, this team building has been for naught. And as of right now, the shop is closed. So that's that episode in a nutshell. And that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Let's talk about it in the comments. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Bye.